Yo. Hello, it's me. Do you remember me? The guy who sometimes plays games that aren't Guild Wars do. We're gonna finally get back into Terraformers because I have the time. I don't, technically have the time. There's work that I should be doing today, but it's Indigenous Peoples Day. So, what are people gonna do? Get mad that I didn't work on a federal holiday? I don't think so. Um, I'm not super scared of this week, but I also haven't played in like a month. So I'm gonna stick to difficulty 15, and then we'll go try some harder stuff after we're done with this. The weekly doesn't look that bad. We need to fully terraform. The special is that terraforming requirements are increased. Life form prestige is higher, easier support. Radiation is lower, easier support. Bad R&D, little annoying, but you can just build more development centers to get around it. So I don't think there's anything super scary going on here, but I've been wrong before, and we'll see if this is one of those times as well. I do love a good space, especially if we're going to be doing terraforming. There's lots of good terraforming projects that are space projects. The two trade routes right off the start is nice. It starts with food. The expansive does not. I'm fine going for space here. I think that's totally fine. And then what do we have for starting resources? We've got nitrates and silicates. All right, that pulls me towards science, probably. Gustav also kind of pulls me towards science. Innovate also kind of pulls me towards science. George is fine. Rural constructions are fine, but I've never been super impressed with his actual skills. I'm fine with taking Gustav here. Let's do a little bit of robot stuff going on. And then as far as this actual city layout, doesn't look like anything too fancy. Houses, power, maybe like some food, maybe food here instead, labs here. Can figure something out. Why don't you explore me here for some nitrates? We'll expand to some nitrates. We'll mine some nitrates. I need to find titanium, like a titanium mine. I would love to get started on that earlier rather than later. I also don't think I want to do this. And so we start with 7 tritium, right? If I find 1 thermogenerator, then I can explore this tile. That will hopefully be 9 tritium. Or I guess I could just do this and get 9 tritium, do something like that, and then, something like that. And build a tritium thermogenerator, like, as soon as we see one to start get the power going. Because the power, yeah, exactly. It's exactly what I was thinking. The power is going to be our limiting resource on a lot of these different terraforming buildings. So I kind of want to make sure I can do that sooner rather than later. This allows us to build a lab when we see a lab, which I would love, and then I need to get up to 6 titanium so that when I see a robot hub, I can build a robot hub. And that'll let me go here, it'll let me grab one of these. I do want the lab. I would take a second lab, honestly. It's all stuff that we can trade at the end of the day. But I do still want the tritium too. Or the titanium. And then I don't really want to do that. I'll do this for the time being. If I need more power, I can just energy savings it. But I would really like to get a second lab off the ground quickly. That seems fine to me as well. 4 nitrates, 5 silicates. Next turn we can make a lab. This is a Highlands, which might be good for like power generation purposes. We're at 6 titanium. What else do we need? We could do this, and then we could get our food production off the ground faster. Trade me 2 of those, 1 of those. We can just get more science later. It's fine. This is so early. I can't do that. I can't do either of these. But I think I wouldn't mind just seeing more projects, because both of those are pretty bad. And then here's our robot hub that we wanted. So actually that worked out just fine. For now, I think I'm fine sticking you... I definitely don't want to put you here because the tritium plants are really easy to make. I could probably put you here. I don't think I'm going to make a third house. So there will be fine. Let's also build our lab while we're down here. Grab our silicate mine. We're going to need a little more titanium for that, actually. So give me a little bit of that. And then we'll keep working on nitrate so we can get this farm up. Here's our exploration satellite. We're pretty good on nitrates, which makes the soil factory kind of appealing. We've got the mine. We can explore for a little bit more of it. I think I'm fine with that. That's our silicate mine. Here's the titanium we were looking for. There's also water up there. That's a neat spot. Let's grab these ones that are a little closer first, because we can't really think about expansion yet anyway. We're a little food capped. And I don't need to spend this yet. In fact, I don't really see anywhere around here that I would want to spend it, even if I could go out too. So I'm just going to hold it for now. It doesn't need to go right now. You can come back over here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll be one off. If we could explore a nitrate next turn, like this one, we could build it. So I think we'll probably do that. And then this is nice power for that expansion site. So let's grab that. Let's explore... Don't really need the titanium, so let's grab the tritium instead, I guess. Holy cow! Looks like a pretty good spot to make a city down there. And then you come in here, get a farm down. We're definitely going to expand here when we have the silicates, then let's start working on that as well. Okay, so we've got two great expansions. Like this goes extremely hard as a city spot. We've got a titanium mine, we've got a tritium mine, we've got what's hopefully like a canyon or a sand dune or something. We have an empty tile that we can put a spaceport in. We could put a life spreader in. There's lots of stuff to like down there. And then up here we've got meteorite, titanium mine, water mine. Like everything looks pretty great right now. I'll take more robots. I'll take more titanium so I can build more robots. But I don't think I want to put them in here yet, because I don't have anywhere I'd want to expand. So I'm actually just going to sit on this for a turn. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Next turn we can make the photovoltaic field. That's great. And then we'll probably move back onto nitrates to get the soil factory up. If I find one food cache and I explore these two tiles, I could found a city here. It's not the most impressive place you've ever seen, nor is that, but I think the access to mines is really going to make it good. Improved robotics is really interesting with Gustav's benefit already. I don't love scientific archives, and I do like improved spaceflight conditions, but I think we can just go full robot synergy here. And I'd really love to re-roll this because I have plans for my water right now, so I can't just build this greenhouse farm for funsies. But I also need to... You know what? Let's do this. Let's postpone. Let's explore here. It's a meteorite. Let's explore here. Because if we get a food cache, we could build a city this turn. If I didn't get that food cache, then I think I probably would have like grabbed a greenhouse farm and just explored for a little more water. But because we got it, I guess I'm still going to grab it and just not build it this turn. Look. Found me a city. Blue Crater Junction's fine. Give me that nice +5 support over here. Give me the photovoltaic array over here. And now what do we need? I think we want nitrates, and I think we want to stop exporting power. I think we can export a second science, and I think for now we'll export one food. I don't want to do that long term, but I do want to let my power rebuild here a little bit. So next turn, we can build Robot Hub, we get Titanium Mine, we get Aquifer. Aquifer turns on Greenhouse Farm and also just founding more cities. And then we can work on down here and getting another city up. At which point we'll swap off of trading food, because that's not great long term. Restaurant District is not really going to do it for us here. A regolith burner might, though. This would be 2 atmosphere, but we can't reach it. it would be 1 atmosphere if we could reach it. So it's not going to work there. It would be alright if we put it in that spot, but I don't think there's a short-term plan for you right now. So I would rather see more projects. Yeah, and then I would just take more robots. Robots are so good for us right now. So house here, house here. This could be power. It would be nice having a 4 power array here. So like a robot hub here and here would kind of buffer those noxious uses off, which I kind of like. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's move you down here. Let's next turn get some titanium so we can build this mine, and then also, you already know we're going to go for this aquifer, so I'm just going to walk up and grab it. I don't think I want to mine it, or breach it for terraforming parameters. I think I would rather just rely on my trade routes to do that work. And then we've got 6 water. If I could find a large hint of water, I could make those farms next turn. Otherwise, I think I might just go down here. It's a small hint, but it gives us enough to train titanium to finish probably both mines. So I think that's going to be our plan. And then we can slightly adjust this, I think. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. It's cutting our power really close, and our power is kind of an issue right now. But I think we can work through it. Gain a support for every 2 new mines you construct. It's okay, but it's not amazing, and I definitely don't need treatment centers when radiation's already low. So this is kind of Misha by default, even though Misha's like already really good. There's not much of a choice there, and I would love to take a landing pad, and I think there's few things that are better than a landing pad at this point, but man, a house is close to one of them. Because our support is a little bit of an issue right now. I think I gotta take a landing pad, though. So this robot hub is probably going to go here as well. Why don't you come down here, explore this, because that's going to get all the rest of this stuff started. Get this mine up, next turn get this aquifer up. As long as we do that. You can trade away 1 silicate for now, it's not a huge deal. And then next turn we build Robot Hub, expand here and here. Here is going to be a landing pad. Eventually that's going to get upgraded to a spaceport because it hits both of these cities, giving them +1, gives us a free trade route. It's a great spot for a spaceport. I just kind of want the extra trade routes right now. And soon, probably like here and here, we'll start working on Orbital Ring. Get that on the go. And then we should have like plenty of trade routes to play video games with. Don't think I need it, but I do want it. So we'll take that. Why don't you explore me here, putting us at 10 water, letting us build a greenhouse. And then why don't you also take me... No. Don't spend that power. Set up your mine instead. And then what you can do is you can just import a life form. Yeah. Take one of those away. Trade one of these for a turn. That's going to put us at 17, so we can build a bacteria spreader. Where's it going to go, though? Because I want to get it down relatively quick. You know, maybe we don't need this landing pad right away. Maybe we start working towards this robot hub. And we build a spreader here, and then later we can just move the spreader and build a spaceport there when we want one. Because I really want to get terraforming parameters moving. It's turn 12, it's a little late. I'm a little concerned about that. Also, our power does still kind of suck. We gotta find more tritium thermal generators. University is not it. Gas factory is also probably not it, but I don't think a landing pad is it right now because we're tight on hexes. So I'm gonna grab a gas factory. I'm gonna grab a robot hub for sure. And then I guess I'm going to explore these 2 tiles so I can think about founding a city there. We're a long ways off as far as the food is concerned, but I want to have it ready if we find caches like that. And then we've got one empty tile. This might even be a second extra tile. We'll see. It definitely won't be a city tile because those don't spawn next to each other. But we'll see what it actually turns out to be. We're also 1 nitrate away from our food factory, so let's do 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. Start working towards the second robot hub for Blue Crater. We can build this next turn. And then we could actually start trading away some of these nitrates, because it turns into a little bit of a dump resource for us. It's not impossible that we get a plant spreader off the ground pretty soon. We'll take it just in case. And I don't need that next greenhouse farm. I would rather have the house. You come in here, 4 food per turn. Could also, like, kind of start to think about trading food away. Don't need to do that anymore. In fact, reset all of this. What do we need? We need power. Which means I'm actually going to take this turn off. And I'm going to gene mod methanogenium, so it spreads faster. So now we don't have to worry about accidentally spending power on Explore. Next turn, we will have 7 power, so we can build our robot hub, and then we can build our bacteria spreader. We don't need power, we don't need titanium, we don't need science. We don't really need food when we're getting 4 per turn. We could start working towards nitrates, but we don't have the water level to do anything with nitrates anyway. I think that what we might actually be looking at is a little something like this. I'm fine trading away silicates for now. I'm fine trading away 1 science for now. And in fact, let's actually reverse that. That will buy us a little bit of time, and we can start putting some resources towards our orbital ring. We would like to have this done before terraforming projects start showing up in the pool. No. And, like, not really. I don't want to do this, but I don't have any plans of building either of those. So it's just kind of the way she goes on that one. Here, we're going to build one of you. You're going to go here. This is where our bacteria spreader goes. Get some methanogenium out there. And then you can also come out here. All it's really going to do is get us more science, but that's okay. And I don't really want to dump science yet. I want to turn science into a dump resource soon, but I don't want to do it yet, because if a development center shows up, I want to be able to build it, like, immediately. I'm really kind of getting gated by only seeing 2 projects at a time, and I'm not super happy with it. So how's this calculus going to work out? In 3 turns we have 10 water. In 3 turns we have 29 food. We can only afford to export food for 2 turns, and then we're going to have to switch it to something else. But in 3 turns I can build a city here. That's going to get us more titanium, great news. It's going to get us tritium, great news. Gets us water, that's great. Gets us what should be geothermal vents, I believe, which is great. And then we also have a spare hex that's elevated that we could put other crap on, and there's just a ton of stuff within 2. So we're looking for a bus station. A bus station would go insanely hard in the city spot. We're also looking for, I don't know, another photovoltaic array. And any... I think I can afford this, actually. Yeah, I could actually afford to explore out to 3. You should focus on silicates, though. Why? What did you need silicates for? You didn't need silicates. You don't know what you're talking about. You should be focusing on tritium. Yeah. Okay, sure. Fine. Yeah, tritium's fine, yeah. What was I saying? I don't know. Should find another opportunity to build a robot hub, though. We should save it for down here. The point is, in 3 turns, we can build a, I do love a delivery drone. I love both of these, but I do love a delivery drone. In 3 turns, we can build a city, here's the point. Oh, we needed it for the meteorite! Now I remember. Yeah, okay. So if we explore here, we should be able to just build on the meteorite. 10 power is an enormous resource find. And then let's turn you off for a turn. It's maybe famous last words, but I think we're going to be alright on titanium with this mineral cave, because it's 2 per turn. So I'm inclined to start trading it away now. And then, do we need this delivery drone anywhere? Like, not really. Wet Katina doesn't have anywhere else to expand to, and even if it did, like, none of these tiles look amazing. So I think I might actually sit on it. I think I might also put this gas factory down. Just get terraforming parameters working. And then we're just waiting for this in 2 turns. Yeah, this seems fine. Here's our research center that we were saving up for. Next turn we can make it. That's huge. This turn we might actually be able to make it if this is 3 science or more. This is definitely 3 science or more. We'll just grab that. And then where would you go? All of these spots are reserved. That's reserved. This is reserved. Wet Katina's kind of done. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not. I'm going to need one more person to live here. I'm going to need to find like an Android hub or something. Blue Crater, all of this is spoken for, but not stuff out here. We don't have enough to do both of those powers this turn, but next turn we'll destroy this rock, we'll put a research center there, and that's going to start to solve the issue of we can't see that many projects at the same time. And as much as I would like to build this greenhouse farm for this last slot, we're saving that water for this city, which we will be able to do next turn. Beautiful, yes. More important than housing, in my opinion. What else is more important than housing? Tritium, probably. I would say. Well, let's know a little more about... Oh my god, it's a gigantic aquifer. Let's know a little more about this spot out here, shall we? So you're gone. You come in. You come in. There's really nowhere good for you to go. Well, this whole area is a nightmare. But I do feel like house, 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 support, support, support would be a funky layout. Give like some kind of measurable bonus, I guess. I don't know. If we just need to dump a ton of population into a city to keep them happy, there's worse places you could do it than here, even though the support is -1 per turn base right now. And then next turn I really want 6 power. So we're gonna turn you down by 1, turn you up by 1, turn you down by 1. It's not as important to save for development centers anymore. And I can't afford to spend any of your power, so we're gonna import life forms. Everything feels very fine so far. Where do I expand to next here? I still don't really feel like I'm gated by trade routes that badly. So I probably grab the titanium, almost certainly, and then the tritium, so that I can have an easier time of making this orbital ring. I feel like just getting mines up first is always a good bet. This is a nitrate asteroid. How much water do you give? 30. It's going to cost us 8 power at a time when we're a little light on power as well. That's not great. This is pretty good, though. Do you take it over everything else here? No, I don't think so. I think what you do is you expand to here, you harvest the black sand, and then you get 4 hexes out of an expansion hub. That seems better. I have 8 turns to finish it. You know, why not, I guess? You're turning 16 resources into 25 resources, and you know you're going to build a plant spreader. And you don't feel that crunched to finish Orbital Ring. So just get started on it. And then execute the rest of your plans down here. House, house, house. It's a little awkward that these tiles are kind of synergistic if we do a... No, they're not. This is the synergistic area. Yeah, this is fine then. Come down here, Mineral Cave. Come down here, Tritium Deposit. You have 2 power. You can afford to spend it. You can afford to spend it. Well, why don't you start uncovering whatever some of these are then? And then can you afford to spend that water too? You could afford to spend that water now. Yeah, get food production on the go. Now, we can grab houses anytime we want. Getting 6 food per turn. It's a great spot to be in. I don't really love Igloo, though. I also don't really love CO2 Factory when we're this tight on power. The school's like okay, but science is not an issue, and it's only going to get better the more robots we build. So I guess this is just a spaceport and weight pick here. What I'd really like to do is get delivery drones down here, and then expand here and build the landing pad. But for that, I need to find power, and I can't reach you. And we have satellites next turn, so I guess I'll just wait a turn. Give me cacti. I'm not ready for animals yet. Misha, you've done a great job. We appreciate everything you've done for us here. Removing a rock providing titanium is a little interesting. Converting silicates into titanium is a little interesting, but we actually want that conversion to go the other way. So we're about to make 3 titanium per turn. Link Nitrogen Factory, on the other hand, we don't have the tiles. We'd never use it. And I guess power breathing centers are like okay as a stopgap support building. We're never going to keep them long term, but we do have 3 cities right now we could build them in. And it would be halfway decent support. So I will take Jan here. I want to take a photovoltaic field. The problem is I would put it here, and that's where I want my landing pad to go. And I think at this point a landing pad is more important. What I would really love to see is a damn bus station. But the game isn't really interested in doing that for us right now, so it kind of is what it is. Explore these hexes up here. It's a gigantic nitrates deposit? That's beautiful. Come down here for support. Next turn we'll have you do the same thing. Well, actually probably not. Next turn we'll have you do the same thing like here. Or there or there. You know. You know the one. I actually think if I do this, I could build a delivery drone next turn so I can get that landing pad down. Probably could have done that a couple turns ago. But how was I supposed to know? A development center would be great right now. Probably better than a robot ingenuity center. Yeah. And then where would you go? I'm sure we could find room for you in here somewhere. No, just kidding, we can't. There's rocks blocking everywhere I would put you. It kinda sucks, but whatever. And then next turn, we'll switch back to this. We're actually stuck at 2 titanium right now. I need to explore one more, which I could do next turn. I could go here. That costs 2. Okay, that's fine. I actually don't need that power breathing center this turn then. Jan, what are you doing this turn? I don't think you can do anything. I guess here's what I could do. No, that's insane. Just end your turn without using any of his abilities and get the extra support. It's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Take a temperate forest. I'm not going to need artificial bacteria. Thank God. We desperately need this. And now with 2 power, I can go here, and that gets us the titanium to do the landing pad, and then I can do this, and then I can do... Don't have enough titanium for that. I can do this. It's good enough. Okay, so we're almost out of this resource pinch. What are the big problems still? Power is still a big problem still. There's not really any getting around that unless you just see more power buildings. You have space for them, you just haven't seen them yet. The other big problem? Titanium. But you can solve that once you have power and titanium. You can just build a mineral cave. So there you're okay. Help me solve problems, please. None of these seem like they solve problems. I don't have any space to put a landing pad right now. An AI-guided road network might work in, like, some places, but it's gonna come with a pretty hefty support hit, and I'm not super interested in that right now. And it is, like, we're never affording this. We're too busy getting crunched for our resources. So this, unfortunately, is probably going to get turned into science, even though I don't really even need the science. Think about this. How important is a development center for you this turn? It's not. It gets you 1 extra science, and science is not that important for you right now. Why don't you get this power, plus 6, beautiful. Tritium, beautiful. Why don't you, after that, spread methanogenium? Like, that doesn't really factor into your calculus. What we're trying to do is figure out how to spend Jan's abilities most appropriately. You're miles off of 16 power, so don't even worry about that one for now. You are at minus 14 support. You have 1, 2 mines here, but you'll have 3, 4 after you build the expansion hub. So maybe what we actually do this turn, just to kind of stave off the support issues we're having, is we build this here. Because what that does is it gives us this extra expansion so that we can harvest this black sand, so that we can melt the ice caps for free. And it gets us the tile that we want to put the expansion hub on, which we can't do yet because we don't have the power, but we're preparing for it. And then you're 2 support per turn. You're also 2 support per turn, but you mitigate the cold penalty, which is probably going to give us more support in the long run, so I think I'm fine doing that. And then you also still have space for a development center here, which means that you can get 2 science per turn removed. Are any of these empty tiles? Yeah, that'll be empty, and that also might be empty. Okay, in that case, actually do give me the landing pad. Because we'll be able to utilize both those tiles when we put our expansion hub down. We can go like landing pad and maybe plant spreader by that point will be ready. And then with the free trade routes you have, let's finish up orbital ring. The time has come. The time has come to construct an orbital ring. The other thing we're saving up for, this mineral cave. Let's remember that. I want orbital ring done first. I think we can prioritize it here. Terraforming observations isn't that great. Smart electrical grid is kind of neat, but with all the robot synergies we have already, I don't think you can not take artificial personality. Sure, I'll repair you. Please. Thank you. And also, like, kinda, yeah, actually. We got a ton of nitrates. Science is a dump stat. It's a pretty low-cost pickup for us. I'm not going to build it like this turn, but it's a pretty easy ask. So now that this array is finished, we're really looking to save up to like 20 silicates so that we can snap build a resonance station as soon as we see one. Where are we going to get silicates from? You should not spend your power this turn, by the way. Okay, but then, like, what do I do? Get more science so you can rush artificial personality? It finishes next turn no matter what. But this gets you titanium. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Canyon view? That's fine. So now we're really saving power up. What are we saving up for? This mine, expansion hub. We want to be really careful about spending power. We're going to have to get more titanium next turn, too. Well, why don't you do this, and then do, like, that. That'll keep it held off for a little bit. Would love another one of you. That seems fine. Don't think I need you. Don't think I need you. You'd be nice, but I did kind of build all of my support buildings already, so... Plus 4 science per turn, which seems like a fine place to be. Turn that in. Explore for tritium to keep this project going. So next turn it's at 20. We explore for like a large hint of tritium and we'll be done. Or we just build this tritium mine and we'd also be done. Yeah, okay, so 2 turns orbital ring is done. Good. Bad. We need to find more houses for people to live in. Here's one. And then pick up another spaceport. Eventually you're going to be able to build these, surely. Start grabbing the tritium just to get ready to make them, I guess. And then you need to think about how to spend your power here. You need 8. You could afford to spend 2. Can I spend 2 power anywhere? Yeah, I could spend 2 power here. It's fine. Orbital ring is done. We start working on importing oceans. Do we build a cultured meat lab just for the extra support? I don't really want to overwrite these farms is the problem. Do I have any other synergistic locations? Yeah, you could do farm, farm, farm over here. It's going to cost you the 3 power that you kind of wanted to save up, though. That's true, unfortunately. But you can't build this next turn anyway because you need the titanium. So actually it's fine. And I'm a little worried about support. We've got like 10 turns right now, which... Heat should be finished before then. If we get lucky with a water project, water will be finished before then, so we're kind of entering the mid-game, but we still need to be a little careful with it. Yeah. No. Maybe, but I don't know where you would go, and probably not. Enable you. That's just obviously foolish. Can you... No, it's only 5 titanium. I was gonna say, do you put that off until you finish this mineral cave, but I don't think you do. I think you just explore for titanium. Puts you at 6, 7 next turn, 5 next turn. You need 8. Yeah, I think it's going to be 2 or 3 turns until we get that mine up, unfortunately. Could also build a house. Your house spots are all going to be over here now. It is a +5 support. Let's do that. Let's also grab these sandstones. It's going to eat your power, but again, I'm a little worried about support. So what are we doing? Because it seems like we're spinning our wheels. We're trying to finish this project. Because it doesn't accomplish anything. But after we find a bus station and we get this gigantic aquifer, we can breach this aquifer. That puts us to water 1. We can build a plant spreader. We spread plants. It has higher prestige. Everything's fine. That's the broad goal. The more specific goal is like we should build on this mineral cave. Those should be our 2 big priorities right now. Yeah, those should be our 2 big priorities right now. Bingo. And like, sort of bingo. I don't love an applied science center. I also don't realistically think I'm going to take you when I have a pair of bacteria spreaders in my hand. Although it's possible a skyscraper gets built. If we upgraded this habitation module to a skyscraper, then we could build every tile in this city. So do you matter for the plan? No. It's very easy, then we don't build you. What matters for the plan is titanium. So what you need to do is you need to explore for titanium. It's that simple. You should also probably look for like the next place you're going to set a city up. You would be a coastal city, which is kind of interesting. There's nothing interesting in you, though. You also don't have anything interesting. You have an anomaly that's not super interesting, and you have an anomaly that's not super interesting. I don't really see any potential city spots that look good right now. Three, 4, 5, 6, 1. So next turn this finishes, and then we get all of our titanium income back, and that feels good. But titanium's always going to be your limiter, so why would you not just make sandstones? Like, it's titanium's the problem. Power is not actually the problem anymore. 5 power per turn is not good, but you are outracing your titanium production. Next places to explore, like here, here, here. Those are getting a little expensive, though. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Would love it. Would also love it. It's going to be good soon. Not yet, but soon. And honestly, you're going to think I've lost it on this one. Get this trade hub out of here. Do I want the photovoltaic field, though? No, you want life form. You want life form for sure. Your power's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. There you go. Down to minus 25. Heat increases in, like... You could do the math on that. It's like 4 turns. You can take my word for it. More tritium, more titanium. More tritium, more titanium. We're at 6. Next turn will be at 7. Next turn will be at 8. This will be at 6, 7, 8. Export there, increase those. Next turn, you can make your mineral cave. Then you're getting more titanium, and you feel very good about life. Over here, we can start on our next generator array. That's great news. Need to turn this down just a little bit. Let's import... What do I want to... Just bring an extra titanium in. And then export an extra nitrate. You have 50 nitrates right now. It's insanity. Jan, you've done okay for us. You haven't done anything incredible, but it's been fine. Innovate's good. Drone Hub's great when we have robot synergies. And Power Boost honestly could take off. Like, we have not built our power grid yet. We could get a lot of extra power out of Power Boost. This seems like a great Merriam game. This seems like we just kind of have to take it for the water. I really want to see like a bus station or a train station, so I'm going to innovate until I start getting what I want. And that's not it, but I think I would still take it. Because now I can just like, you're dead to me. You're a Highland tile. Oh god, how close am I to this? Close, actually. Like next turn, close to that. I do kind of have to build this. Okay, so it's going to be 2 turns. I was just kidding about all that. Reset all this. We want this to tick our water over. That has to happen. So let's pack as much into that as we can. Do something like that. 6. It'll be done in 2 turns no matter what. When it's done in 2 turns, we will have 13 power. I'm going to have to import power. Because in 2 turns I want to build the expansion hub. I want to use these tiles for plant spreaders. Because Arabia will have 1 water, for sure. Aeonia will have 1 water, for sure. So there's at least 2 places we could plant trees. That's the big thing I'm looking out for. This is also kind of an interesting spot. I could just, like, turn you into a heliostat power plant if I wanted. There's options, is what I'm trying to say. Leap deer? I'm nowhere close to animals yet. And I don't think it's really going to matter. It's not, because you just need to finish terraforming parameters. Animals don't do a ton for that. Let me think about that later. I'm not ready for that right now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That lets us build expansion hub next turn. The only issue is we haven't explored these tiles, which might be a problem. Satellite next turn? Yeah, satellite is next turn. So why don't you do this? Turn this down, because it's not going to matter. Well, if it's not going to matter, just trade for more of it then. And then export a water. You've got 27 somehow. Are we accomplishing much with these turns? No, like definitely not. But there isn't really a but. We're not accomplishing much with these turns. But that's not going to be true like forever. I actually think you're gone, so that I can build spaceports. I'd much rather do that. Okay, you're done. Take seagrass. Would love a research center. Would love a house. Can I do both of these this turn? Yes. Beautiful. Enable you. Plus 100 support. We're starting to buy ourselves time for entering the late game. You can just come like down here, and that's fine. In fact, even though it's a support penalty, I don't need the water. Do I want the landing pad back? Not really. Do I want a geothermal spot? It's 2 power for 13 titanium. Yeah, I think I do want that. And then you come up here. Next turn, we can build the expansion hub. We don't even need that anymore. We don't even need any of that anymore. I think we just do nothing but export titanium to a space project for a little bit. Can we afford to spend power this turn? We'll be at 19. We need to be at 16. I can spend 3 power. I'll spend a little bit of power over here. It's absolutely nothing, but we're not super surprised by that. You can just come down here. We're waiting on these robots because the power is important. Soon we can go nuts on them, but not yet. Heat has also improved. This is great news. Robot hub? I love homesteads for support. But I don't think I can turn down importing water. I don't think I can turn down water. If I see it, I gotta take it. If I don't see it, I'm gonna start taking more development centers. And then you go here, get me all of those. Which means we can do this. Which means we can do this. Which means we can do some of that. And then you can also come over here for more power. Next turn, we're going to be looking to set up mines, and we might just extract that aquifer. In fact, we might extract both these aquifers and just build one mine on this gigantic aquifer. Once we see like a bus station show up, or a train station. Either or. You can't do anything this turn, but you could make a drone hub. It's extremely temporary, but it gets us an extra titanium, which is fun. So with that plan out of the way, what are we saving up for? We're saving up tritium and power to make spaceports. I would love to start upgrading some of these different locations on the planet to spaceports. Where specifically? Well, like here seems like a pretty good spot. Titanium export, tritium export. We've already established that up here seemed like a pretty good spot. Silicates export, double comfort of living. We'll find other spots. I can worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. And then we're saving up titanium here to get extra power. But this seems good. Everything seems like it's going good. We have a well-established economy. We have no oxygen, but planting forests is going to help with that. Next turn, I actually think we just extract this and we build another plant spreader on it. Maybe also delete that mine. We'll figure it out. That's a bridge we can cross when we come to it. Wouldn't mind another exploration satellite, I don't think. Wouldn't mind an innovate here either. Do you need to explore this turn? I don't think you need to explore this turn. Kind of just want to innovate to look for a bus station. Or, I guess, a development center. I know there's a water project here, but like we're kind of full up on them already. I would like to be able to pick even more projects when I see them. So I'm going to go with the development center. And then here, just extract it. In 6 turns tops, we can build a plant spreader. You're actually, yeah, you're going to exhaust that. We'll put a little bit of tritium into that. Kind of need to find more tritium mines here soon, too. Relatively soon. Also expand out here. Dike it once, in preparation for turning it into a deep core mine. And then we can obsolete this mine. We could put like a bacteria spreader there. Not enough titanium in stock. Oh yeah, because I built a dike. Sure, there you go. Okay, I would love to, but I can't. So I guess I take you. Would it be insane to take one? I think so. Why don't you innovate again this turn? It's really not what I was looking for. I don't know where bus stations and train stations are this game, but they are not in my research project pool. I will tell you that much for nothing. It feels like overkill. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to... I don't think I'm ever going to need to pick more than 3 projects. Why don't you do this instead? Because then you can come down here, and you can just start setting these up. Get us closer to making a skyscraper, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it matters. And then this, I need to spend almost exclusively on titanium and tritium. It's like decent tritium hint. I'll take it. Maybe an interesting city spot. Like if this connects here, we've got large tritium, silicate, silicate. Hopefully one of these is like a support site, and then blank tile, blank tile, blank tile. This could be a good city. Maybe we should think about expanding there. Not this turn, but next turn. Turn you down, turn you up. End my turn. Eco Homes, Import Oceans, Greenhouse Farm. Oh my god, everything is so good. Oh, we need this. We need everything. Okay, but we can build a development center this turn, which is great news for everyone involved. You're just going to come over here. Now we can at least take 3 projects. God, I wish I had finished that. That's really unlucky. So this will go on the anomaly that we have in the new city site that we want to make. This, obviously, we need to take. And then as much as I want to innovate to look for like a bus station, I would rather explore these 2 tiles so that I can found this city sooner. So I think, unfortunately, we have to do that, and then we'll just, I don't know, take another spaceport. It'll be good eventually. 16, 17, 22. We're 5 off of that, but I really want to finish these projects and get them out of the way. Oh, they're both done next turn. That changes everything. Why don't you do me a little bit of that, then? And then this event to resolve. Ugh. Can't afford to take you. Definitely don't need you anymore. I guess I would take an eco home. Oh, our inventory's full? Alright, well, you're a science now. End turn. Marsquake, it's unfortunate. I'll look at you later. Finish both of these. +1 ocean. Great stuff. Where did this Marsquake happen? Your 11 nitrates to repair? That's brutal. I actually think I might soak that for a bit. 15 food, though? I can afford to do that now. I really do not want to spend the nitrates when I'm this close to another plant spreader. Is basically what it comes down to. So we can go like this, and then we can go like this. Sure. I would like to make it somewhere around here. Maybe we do like house, support, science building. I don't know, we'll figure the rest out. It's a solid +3 science. So now, this is our dump trade for like everything. 7 science per turn is way more than we'll ever need. Which means we're now restricted primarily by trade routes, which means it will be time to try getting these spaceports up. So we'll expand here. Next time we can make a robot hub, which we could actually make happen next turn, now that I look at these. Next turn, robot hub, build it in Big Katina, expand here, mine, 3 tritium per turn, start saving up for spaceports. That feels like the plan. I could still research a project. Right, I put this off. Don't love any of these, to be very honest with you. Power's fine. I don't think I need windmills anymore. Desalination facility, we don't have a dock, so it doesn't matter. Hospital, support's mostly fine for where it's at. We're still, like, deep in the clutches of the mid-game, so we're going to get a lot of support bonuses from terraforming parameters. And the rest of these are just like, I have 3 already. So I think we're just going to turn this into science. Which sucks, but I guess it puts us closer to a bacteria spreader. And we're a ways off of that deep core mine still. We're still very limited by titanium, despite the fact that we mined 3 of it per turn. Which is rough. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. And I would want to take you, but I'm worried about my hand size this turn. Let's figure it out. Sure. Which is going to put you here, and then just like here. So we could do this. You can come here, and now I do have 1 more slot. So yes. And then do I want to innovate to look for something like a train station? I don't think so. I think what I want to do instead is I want to try and explore for titanium. If such a thing exists. It does. +4, that's huge. Is there any more? No. Grab silicates instead then. It's a normal mine. This, though, is going to be a sick nasty spaceport spot with a silicate export and a tritium export. So let's keep that one on the radar as well. And then I also think I might even just build a second robot hub. What else are you saving your tritium for? Or your titanium? You want to build this geothermal spot eventually, but that kind of seems like a laughable goal. You want to get this deep core mine up. You do want to get the deep core mine up. Yeah, okay, you're right. I do want to get the deep core mine up. I guess we save for that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12. I don't know why I'm so sad about it, but it's been putting this stupid thing off forever. Let's finally go and take care of it, I guess. Regolith burner? No. Rover Exploration Center? No. Scuba diving school? Like, probably not. I don't really want to look at that right now. My hand is a mess. You get out of here. Deep core mine. With the deep core mine done, we can decommission these older mines. We can turn them into other things. Or we could just breach them. So now we have +1 land tile that we could put stuff on, like, you know, a plant spreader. Next turn, actually, now that I look at my nitrates, or even this turn if we decide to explore. We also have a spare tritium thermal generator that we could get down. You're going to go, like, there. I would love to find a tile that's nitrates and silicates, because I want silicates for working towards the resonance station, and I need the nitrates this turn to build the plant spreader. Does such a thing exist? No. It's looking like it extremely does not exist. In fact, I don't think I even saw... Oh, no, I did see nitrates. Yeah. Just grab that. So we can at least do this turn. Holy cow, I can make a temperate forest already? That's kind of crazy. You're up in 4 turns again? You know, I think it is worth it. That's a lot of support in that forest. And then next turn we've got a combined living center up as well. Where's that going to go? I want to just dump it in here. But I don't think that's the best play. It might end up coming like out here to get the 2 extra expansion tiles. Don't need to import you anymore either. Let's just take care of the satellite next turn. And then I can research projects, right? I put this whole thing off. Water? Yeah. Robots? Yeah. I don't think you could really go wrong with a research center at this point. We have enough cities that we could put them anywhere we want. I guess we enter. Mariam, you've done great work for us. I don't think that's super necessary. Although maybe it is. Hold on, are we running out of nitrates? Yeah, we are. Actually, that kind of matters. I would love to have more efficient plant spreaders. And proliferation of life is pretty good. Importing life forms is pretty good. Tizveton's like support guy, and we're fine on support. So we'll take Flora here for sure. For sure. Give me another satellite. But don't spend it yet. I don't actually know what I want to spend it on. You can definitely come here. We previously discussed this plan. Okay, you need to spend it on titanium. It's that easy. Get the mine up. And then why don't you just plunk one of these things down as well? I do like them. Not that worried about my atmosphere, but I guess I could just take a gas factory. Science, I don't care. Soil factory? I kinda care, but I'd actually rather wait for the GMO lab to pop up than get a soil factory, because I'd rather spend the nitrates on plant spreaders. And again, everyone say it with me. Would love to have more tiles, don't know where a bus station is. So I guess just give me a research center. And now you need to... Well, you don't need to throw something out. Let's not be too hasty. You've got lots of room for terraforming buildings back there. Now, we have no power left to explore, so... I kind of just want to accelerate proliferation of life. We have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 spreader buildings? 5 spreader buildings? And that one would come up this turn if we did it? Yeah. Yeah. This feels good. Alright, 6 heat per turn. Great spot to be in. Some trade routes aren't assigned. Not great spot to be in. Dump it all into water. You actually still have... No, you don't. You have exactly 6. You're fine. We are expecting a satisfaction increase any day here now, but we're actually like kind of ahead of the curve on it in a lot of ways. Oxygen sucks. We can't bring any animals in because our oxygen's too bad. Gene Vault is cute, but not great at this point. We'll import methane. We'll grab a robot hub. I don't love any of these other ones. Maybe we do need to keep making research centers. Whenever I take a Gene Vault for fun, you can't stop me. Titanium is still the name of the game. Perfect. Start working on that. Bring in a couple extra silicates. Because we want to keep working on the resonance station. Then I have 5 power. Why don't you uncover the caps and then just spread some sand? Should probably do that up north too. Let's start working our way up here. Could also think about founding another city here relatively soon, if there's a spot that looks good. We might have still not really found a good spot yet. I think I've checked all these. Yeah, I don't think there's anything good up there. We are 2 over hand size, which is a problem. Blue Crater owns 1, 2, 3 of our spreaders. So I actually think this is going to be pretty well suited to go here. Because they're all about to come off cooldown next turn as well. It's actually great news. And then I really don't see a world where all 3 of those are getting built with how much tritium we're spending on space projects. So let's do that to get our hand size under control. Taking this should be all of our water, right? 31 of 99. 51 of 99. No, it'd be 91 of 99. We would need to breach one more small water node, right? Oh, no, we only need to get to level 2. Hold on, I've been done with water for a long time. It actually doesn't matter at all. Okay. Probably should have checked that a little earlier. Let me come back to you. Let me sit with you for a little bit and figure it out. You come over here. You? Yeah. We gotta get this oxygen going. This is just for extra prestige. And then, oh baby, Gene Vault and Accelerate Proliferation of Life, it goes crazy. Every 8 turns. It's good stuff. I would really like to build you. I don't really have anywhere to build you. Except for, like, down here, but this city kinda sucks. We could plant trees here next time the spreader comes up, though, actually. I'm gonna save you, because I might want to make a city. Where specifically? I don't know yet. Maybe, like, out here. I'm not sure. No, look at all the stuff you have out here, man. You should figure out a spot to go out there. What do I want? I don't need water. Wouldn't mind having another research center, I guess. Oh, we have one in hand. Alright, let's not take that then. Just take more robots. The rest of this looks kind of bad. Just turn it into science. What don't you need in this mess? I don't know. A dock? What does a dock get us? There's a large tritium deposit out here. If we expand to like here, we could make a dock. Okay, actually, maybe a dock is pretty good. How do we get it? Well, we build a robot hub here. Next turn. And then we expand here, Canyon View, nice. Dock, Tritium, nice. Explorer, nice. So that needs to stay. We might throw this skyscraper out. I just don't see it happening, because we're going to found a city and we have a combined living center in hand. Seems fine. Okay, we were expecting that, but honestly, we're still fine. It's done almost no damage at all. I still haven't seen a bus station. I'm starting to think the game has it out for me. I'll take a heat increase. Like, I don't think I've seen a single bus station, train station, or maglev all game. And we have, like, 2 research centers approaching 3 research centers built. It's crazy, man. So you come here. You come here, and you come here. You don't have enough titanium to build that. It's crazy. How is such a thing even possible? Do you know where any titanium is? Yeah, you do. And grab some then. Now you're up to 5. That's good enough. You have no power. What happened to my power, man? We'll just spread life forms really quick, I guess. I can't fit you. Okay, so what needs to happen next turn is this combined living center needs to upgrade this habitation module. That's going to give us +1 residence in this city. Can I repair you now? I'll repair you now. That'll give us +1 residence so we can finally fit this residence station. The other thing we could do is we could just put it here. Because eventually we'll find more tritium thermogenerators, surely. Let's go with that. And then this city is full, because these 2 are going to be thermogenerator spots. Which means you can just come out here, I guess. And then what do our next couple turns look like? Well, we need to spread... There's no suitable climate zone? How is such a thing possible? What do you need? -1 temp? Oh, we just need to discover more regions. It's not that bad. You're a silicate asteroid? I'm good. Heat increase? I'm good. Polar caps melted? I'm good. Finally? Thank God. It's, like, honestly, almost a little late for you to show up at this point, but... Don't need water. Skyscraper, I guess. What were you saying your plan was? Your plan was upgrading this building so that you had one more slot, so you could put another resident station there. I remember. And then what are you doing with that expansion tile? Just like go up here, I guess. Is there a better choice? Hold on. No, I don't think there's a better choice. Because what's going to go in that expansion tile would be a spreader building, almost certainly. So, like, in many ways, it really doesn't matter where you put it. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Go over there, then. Why? Because if we build a building in Blue Crater, we could get that tile, and then Blue Crater has the Gene Vault. So, it would be, like, a better place to put a spreader building. And then I still need titanium for this tritium mine. So let's just keep looking up little secret hints of titanium. Do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of that. We got plenty of power to explore out here as well. That should be 8. Oh, we're out of power. Okay, fair. You do what you can. And then you should be able to expand here, now that we increased our heat parameter. And then we're really just waiting for the plant spread. Oh my god, when it rains it pours. I'm not going to not take it. The rest of this, though? Electrolysis facility might be fine. And then I guess just give me more robots. Because electrolysis facility can go over here. Yeah, it's -1, but it gives us both the terraforming parameters we still need, which is good. Now what? You should be saving up for a train station for Big Plano. It unlocks a lot of tiles for you, and then you can go nuts with these robot hubs if you just wait like a turn. So you don't want to spend anything in your hand right now? No. Yeah, no, I definitely don't. Not at all. Let me think about you in a bit. I'm going to be building a lot of stuff this turn. My plans might change. Just do the thing you were going to do first, and then figure the rest out later. This is a fine spot to put a train station. You don't really need the power. You do need the power. You were out of power like 2 turns ago. So we can finally get our rocket silo back. 1, 2. Yeah. Why don't you grab both these empty tiles? Empty tiles have value. And then grab nitrates. Nitrate seems fine. Don't see any titanium. Oh, I could have grabbed a titanium mine. Hang on. Should change that plan up a little bit. Now, can I find a cheap titanium exploration? 5? No, I need it to be cheaper than that. I need it to be 3. I need to find a titanium within 3. I'm pretty sure such a thing does not exist. Yeah, the best you can do is 4. Whatever. Call it good enough. Next turn you can build it. You can also just plunk this thing down for a little extra food. And then I can research. Right. I don't think I want any of this. I actually don't think I want any of this. Like, CO2 factory, it's a little unnecessary at this point. Heat's going to be extremely done, and oxygen's the big one we're waiting on. Yeah, turn it all into science. Support threshold's a little spooky, but we have such a buffer built up. I would love another ocean electrolysis factory. I would love another bus station. Oh, every day is a test. Switch this around a little bit so it finishes next turn. Expand down here. Should probably find like a second type of bacteria soon. A titanium mine, for sure. And then, you know, like, yeah, it's gonna ding you on support, but it's gonna win you the game faster as well. What else would win you the game faster? This. Replanting trees. Give me O2. Give me... yeah, I can only do these three. You don't fit up there. So I guess we'll... you don't fit anywhere either. Yeah, here we go. You can come down there. And then you can spread over here. Yeah. Alright, 7 oxygen per turn, 11 atmosphere per turn. At this point, it's really just a waiting game. It's hard to imagine losing from this spot. But, oh my god, my power. 17 power per turn, and it's still not enough. Make it make sense, man. I don't really want any of this. We're fine. We're winning. Kelp forest? Sure. Prefab station parts? Sure. Consumer goods production? Sure. These are all fine. I refuse to believe that this is anything other than a cruel joke at this point. It's absurd, man. Get out of here. Let me think about you in a little bit. Robots is what we want down here. Like here and here, probably. So enable this. Build you. Give me 2 more expansions. Give me those nitrates. What's your deal? You're a cave? It's not a very interesting cave. It's gotta be said. Give me this large aquifer, I guess. Extracted for oceans. Why not get water level 3? It lets us plant more kinds of trees. It actually does have a little bit of value. We just didn't need to rush it as hard as we were. And then what? I don't know, I like that house. And I actually think we're good on these now. We have a train station and bus station in hand. Atmosphere is going to be fine. I don't need to grab that. It's more robots, I guess. Would love to find more titanium, if such a thing exists. I'm unsure that it does, though. I'd love to find more silicates, actually. We're kind of running out. Let's explore these 2 spots next, because this might end up being pretty good for us. Some trade routes aren't assigned. There you go. Okay, look at it later, because things are getting a little complicated. It does connect. We build a robot hub here, and we're in business. People are going to be a little salty about it, that's okay. We also need titanium still. +4 titanium, and it's not enough. Per turn, and it's not enough. Pure insanity. What's the happiest place for people to live? You said it was going to be down here, right? No, it's only +1. Might be in this new city, wherever this new city goes. Maybe. It does get you a titanium deposit. It does get you a silicate deposit. It's going to take a lot of exploration to get that spot ready. Game's probably going to end before you're done. It's just like your opinion, man. What would you need to prep that spot? Virtually nothing, really. Why don't you take more projects? Why don't you take another bacteria spreader? None of the rest of those really do anything. Bacteria spread me out here. It literally can't go anywhere. Yeah, you need more bacteria types. Or more terrain exploration areas. Tritium boost is not going to do it. Mine resources... Mine resources does do. It'll just mine titanium every turn. Good to see this trend is continuing. Hello, train station. Lovely to see you. What we need to do is we need to explore more regions so that we have more places to expand bacteria to. And it's really just for support, more than anything else. I would like titanium, please. Oh, that's the ticket. Oh, yeah. Oh, build those mines. We actually can afford a spaceport somehow. When did this happen? Where's a good spot that we can leech some resources off of? Here looks not bad. Tritium export, titanium export. It's not horrible. I'd prefer to export things that I'm not constantly using, though. Like here might end up being really good. Unless that's a city spot. We'll expand to it next turn and we'll see. You also could really use a bus station. You don't have one yet. That mitigates a little bit of unhappiness. And lets you expand here next turn. So what do we want for projects? I don't know, give me another train station. Why not? I don't need any of the rest of this stuff, though. Trade routes aren't assigned? Where do you get 2 extra trade routes from? Alright, well that finishes next turn. Scary, but we're getting ready to leave. There's that tritium thermal generator I told you would show up. Here's that GMO lab I told you would show up. We've got everything we need now. Now we truly cannot be stopped. It's a pretty good city spot, but I would actually rather it be a spaceport. Export, export. To get... I don't know, not really anything, I guess. Titanium. Sure. Could I find a nitrate spot, though? A big nitrate spot. Big hint of nitrates anywhere? Big nitrate hint? Nah, go for it. 2? You know what? It's good enough. Plant spreader? Give me a kelp forest in a place where one does not currently exist. That's some nice extra O2. Expand up there just for fun. And then I think maybe we found this city. Or at least start working towards it. I'll take another plant spreader. I'll take an oxygen factory. That makes O2. Yeah. Where do we want to increase the heat? A place that has like a lot of water but not a lot of heat. Like there. And then what? And then I want to drill nitrates. Because that should catapult us like directly into making another plant spreader next turn. This turn is what I meant to say. We put you down. Give me a cacti for the extra prestige. If I could find a way to... I think we win in like 4 turns no matter what. But if I could find a way to make just a little bit more oxygen, we could hasten that cooldown. I don't think it's possible, unfortunately. We'd need to see like oxygen billings every turn, and we have not seen them here. 51, 60... Yeah, we win in 3 turns. Alright, well, explore me. Explore me. GMO me. I was going to say generate me, but I can't actually generate me because we don't have enough tritium. You could robot me, though. Didn't even look at that city spot. It doesn't matter. Get more titanium. Trade routes aren't assigned? That's fine. where we're going, we might actually need a lot of titanium. I changed my mind. Okay, support's bad. No oxygen buildings? We skip. Deep core mine? Bacteria. I think I can actually get to Tempe. Yeah. Now, can I make a coral reef in Tempe? No. It's too cold. There's also no water in Tempe. Whoopsie. Alright, fine. We'll do seagrass instead. End turn. Skip. End turn. Skip. Skip. We win. Easy. We probably could have played that on a harder difficulty. Turn 57 is like a little scary, but I mean, we were not that far away from getting 3 on a lot of these. So I think we had that pretty well under control. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Unfortunately, it took me a little longer to do than I would have liked. I wanted to be done around 6:30, so I don't think that I've got enough time to do another game. But this is definitely something that I would like to return to work through the tail end of the difficulty curve. And I think we're really starting to get there in terms of our ability to play. So where did we leave off? 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22. Probably like 30 games to go. So if we could do 3 of those a day, or 3 of those a week, then, you know, we'll be done in, what, 10 weeks? I don't know, that sounds about right. But that's where we're going to cut it for now. So I'm going to immediately download this, and I'm going to go get it up on YouTube, because I want to make sure that these come out at a time when it's appropriate for people to actually play the weekly. I'm going to try and stream a little bit tomorrow, but I've got a relatively early flight on Wednesday, so I don't know how long I'll be able to do that for, or if I'll be able to do it at all. If that happens, the Discord is going to be the best place to go to figure out when... There you go, Stream Elements. When we're going live, it's a little bit of an irregular schedule, so if you want to be more in tune with when stuff is happening, I would definitely recommend that. And then also, what I'm going to be spending the rest of the night on is the VODs channel, because it's horribly out of date. I'm going to go get all the old stuff that we've done uploaded to the YouTube, so that all of it's caught up, and we can actually take a look at stuff that we've done on Twitch in a video player that's a bit more user-friendly. I will see you guys tomorrow if I actually end up streaming, and if you happen to come to that as well. Otherwise, I think we'll be back on Friday. I have a late flight out of Toronto, but I think I should be able to get back in time for reset. I won't be commanding, Zik will be commanding. It should be very exciting to see someone else pick up that mantle and start to do that kind of stuff, but until then, take care. I will see you guys around next time. Have a good one.